Yeah, you can go home. Nobody likes you. No one likes you.
Hi, welcome to our podcast from Vision to Success.
From vision to success.
Where we discuss everything from point A to point B. And everything in between.
And all the ugliness in between.
Okay, so why don't we talk about how you're feeling right now? Miguel is not very happy right now. He's a little bit upset, I would say. Or I don't know.
I didn't know that this challenge would backfire the way that it's been backfiring.
So if you don't know what our challenge is, head back to our previous podcast because he gives me a challenge, a 30-day challenge. And I don't know, what did you think when you were giving me that challenge? I
honestly thought that it was going to be once a week. So it was like 4 or 5 times, right? Because it's a 4 or 5 week challenge. And I just thought it was going to be on Mondays. And then it was just like right before the podcast. And it was just going to end there. It is just
on Mondays.
What?
Oh, maybe not. So,
no, last week you came back.
So if you don't know what our challenge is, he challenged me. He told me for 30 days, you're not going to be able to scare me, dude. That's what he said to me. And then he proceeded to say, because I'm better than you.
I am better than you.
So I was like, all right, we shall see what happens. So why don't we tell our wonderful viewers what happened last week?
So last week, she tried to scare me. Are we on?
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
So last week she tried to scare me. So what ended up happening is I proceed to giving her this challenge because she thinks she's good. Hilarious. And she's amazing and she's hilarious.
100%. I am so funny, guys.
Anyways, and so she thinks she's like this God gift on earth, right? And then I'm better. I'm like, okay, listen. And she tries to scare me all the time. I'm like, I bet you can't scare me for 30 days. There's no shot that you can scare me for 30 days, and we have a goal. And if she scares me between now and then, and it's documented, because if it's not documented, like she can be lying. If it's
he's like, I'm gonna deny it if it's not properly documented.
Well, of course, like you have to document it. Anybody can just make up a lie. Like hashtag me too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I don't mean me too. Jeez.
We do not mean that. Okay.
I didn't mean the me too. I'm talking about we should believe. But also, you got to be able to prove. And so, that's what anyways, I am sorry. She's...
Okay, go on. So then what happened?
And then, so I'm like, you got to document it, right? And so, whatever. And so then then we left. She came back. And then Tegan, I'm down here working. And then she goes, Miguel, I bought you a present.
She said food. There was no present. She said, I have food ready for you. Do you want it?
No, she said present. I'll show you the text. She says, I have a present.
Oh, okay. That was your present. So you're welcome.
No, whatever. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, right? And so I'm like finishing up the email. And then I go to leave my office. And then who's waiting for me outside? It's her. But she didn't scare me. You didn't scare me. Okay. I just went like this because I was ready to punch.
So this is what happened. So I came back because I had forgotten to bring something. So I took that opportunity to come downstairs. I hid under some type of blanket and I was on the couch. And then I waited forever. This guy finally emerges from this dungeon. And then as he's walking, I go and I scare him. And
she didn't scare me.
I wish I would have gotten his face on camera because I do have a portion of his body on camera.
I just went like this. I just lifted up my elbow. That's not a scare.
His face, it was like life left out of his body. And then he ran to his son's room and he's like, oh my gosh, did you record that? Because I think I swore. That's what you said.
No, okay. I did say that. But being scared and being surprised are two very different things.
Oh my gosh. So I have that living rent free on replay in my mind. It is the greatest thing ever. I laugh so hard. I will be doing something and then all of a sudden I think of the situation. I'll be dead, dying.
Being scared and being surprised are two very different things. And I was surprised.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
like, oh, there she is.
It was like shoot. his full body convulsed. It was like this.
I lifted my elbow.
No, he didn't. It was a 2-arm thing.
I lifted the pollo.
And his eyeballs were going to like pop out of his head.
That did not happen.
And then he just like...
Where's the proof? You need to believe me.
What? I was there, but I wish I would have recorded it properly because in the recording, all you could see me dying of laughter. You can see the corner of him and then me just rolling on the ground laughing.
It didn't happen.
Oh my gosh, greatest video ever. I cannot wait for the next 22 days that we have left.
I think we're ending the
No,
challenge.
I don't think so. And then today, what do we talk to them about today? What happened today?
So I had to go upstairs. I had to go get ready for the podcast. So I'm in my office. I'm in my room, the bathroom upstairs. And then I get this message. This horrible horrible message. And she says,
what do I say?
she says, like, so, okay. So I haven't heard from this girl since Friday, right? That was her last message towards me, which is after the podcast. Today, 9:46, I'm brushing my teeth, and all she says is, I'm hiding somewhere in your home.
And then what do I say?
And then I'm like, no! Exclamation mark.
And what do I say?
And she goes, proceed with caution. And she's got like 2 emojis of eyes looking to the side. I swear, when you put that, I look behind me. I'm not even joking. When you put that emoji on with the 2 eyes looking to the side, I look behind me like that. I'm upstairs in my room and I'm looking behind me. Anyways, and I'm like, podcast is canceled.
Oh, it was the greatest morning ever.
And then she goes, I guess I'll be hiding for the morning. I'll clear my schedule. And then she proceeds to taunt me. So I'm taking my time. I go upstairs to go get the dog, right? Because I need protection. About 5 minutes goes by, and then she says, can you hurry up? Can you hurry up so I can scare you?
Oh my gosh. So what I'm hearing upstairs is like dum dum dum. Creed, come here. That's like literally what I'm hearing upstairs. And I'm dying because I am not hiding anywhere. I am just here sitting, taunting him while I'm sitting.
The entire time she was just sitting here. That's it. She was just sending all these rude messages. So the psychological mind game that this girl is playing, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So then it takes him a solid 5 minutes of screaming, telling Creed to come, fighting with Creed because Creed is also now scared.
Yeah, Creed won't even go in the office. He's like, I'm not. He just turns around and leaves. I'm like, come on, man.
So he's like screaming and everything, and I'm recording all of that so you could hear him go, and then he comes in hearing his face. He's like, it was the greatest morning ever. It's such a wonderful podcast. I just want to say thank you for that challenge. I didn't realize that my soul needed it. Like,
okay, I'll give you a new challenge.
No,
it's a better one.
No, we're gonna.
If you cannot scare me, I'll give you 2 books.
I will. No, we do one thing at a time. If anything, that we need to show our viewers is stickability. Meaning you stick to something, right? You have to give it time. 30 days.
I know. Okay.
And that's what we said, 30 days. So it's all right. You only have 22 days left.
I am not going through this.
days.
I swear I'm going to be walking around with a bat in my hands. Listen, someone's going to get a bat to the face.
Oh, there's so many places I scare him. And my goal is the car, at church, coming out of the bushes while you're like walking into church. Oh, that would be epic. Anyway, I have plans for you. I have wonderful plans for you.
Okay. Can we just establish one thing?
What?
Listen. Let's just establish one thing. And I think this is a good compromise.
Okay. Let's listen to it.
Okay. I feel bad that you keep trying and being unsuccessful. Mm-hmm. So why don't I do this? Just to give back to the community.
Through me?
Yeah, to you, to the community. Why? I dare you not to scare me for the rest of the week or the rest of the month.
You're like, can you do that? Can you not scare me?
Yeah, can you try, right? It's about self-control. And if you can show self-control, I'll reward you with 3 books.
3 books, eh?
3 books.
I don't know, though. I don't know. Because I just want to show how important it is to stick to things that we have committed to, right?
No, I know. It's true.
And, we talk about pivoting, but the thing is you have to give it time for your plan to work. You can't just pivot like halfway through. And it's only been a week. So technically, we said 4 weeks. Actually, initially you're like 5-6 weeks, but we'll just keep it at 4. I feel like our viewers and listeners deserve that. They deserve a podcast host that's willing to stick it out, willing for the people. You know what? I got you guys. And my goal is to make a compilation of all these moments. And then it's going to be the greatest, most joyous event ever. Good morning, Vanessa. I'm so glad you're here, girl.
Mike.
And Mike sent a butterfly.
Why the butterfly? It's a pineapple, dude. It's not a butterfly. It's a pineapple.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that was our morning. It was an exciting morning. It was a great morning.
I did not like this morning.
Oh, it was so good.
And I was like, and I saw the clock and it was like 9:30. I'm like, there's no way she's gonna be here. So I'm like, this gives me time to just go up, get changed, put on clothes and whatever. Not that I'm walking around, whatever.
Okay.
And then I'm like, we'll go get changed and whatever. And then, and then freak and who let you in?
I let myself in.
No, there's no way you don't walk right inside because you're scared of the dog. Somebody let you in.
No. I did walk in. So I knocked on the door. There was no one there. So I said hello. But then your mom and Taken's mom was there. So they greeted me. And then because they greeted me, Creed was fine. So I find that Creed, his dog, beautiful, most gentle dog, but he is a protector. So when I walk in, if I walk in, he will, there's a loud bark and he comes, right? So I'm always, I don't want to tempt him.
Beth is like, Maria's got enough books.
Oh, Vanessa, she's like, I have no idea what's going on. Miguel had to endure getting scared by Maria for 4. Yes, we just started 1 weekend, so now 3 more weeks to go. It's gonna be amazing.
I gave her this challenge, but then I feel bad for giving her the challenge. So I'm giving her a new challenge to not scare me. The original challenge was to try and scare me, but she's gonna fail because she hasn't succeeded so far. Apparently, he's gonna. If you see him around walking with a twitch, you know why? Dude,
that has Maria marked all over it.
I know that you heard me. So here's what you don't know about today. I know that you heard me screaming, "Rah! Where are you?" What you didn't see is me kicking every corner. So do you know how bad I would have felt if you would have just stuck out your head and you get a foot to the face? Do you realize? This is one of the reasons. If I ever come on
the podcast and I have a black eye, you will know why.
It wasn't Mike. It was me.
It was a scare gone wrong.
It was a challenge gone really, really wrong. So that's why I feel bad. I feel bad that if
you're doing it for my well-being.
I know. That's why I want to. That's why I want you to stop.
I am so appreciative of how concerned you are with me. But let me tell you, this is not my first rodeo. I have years and years and years of experience.
Who?
In scaring people.
Who
have I scared? Ask my family.
Mike, does she scare you, dude? What are some tactics?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is up my alley. These are things that I love. So, you're good. You're in good hands.
You're a horrible friend. So today we're talking about the third part of R.A.D.
If you haven't been here with us before, we have been discussing the 3 parts of just establishing some healthy routines and well-being. And, just feeling better. And so we talked about rest, we talked about activity, and today we are talking about diet, aka nutrition.
So this is what I did today. I think we all know that we
had hot dogs and butter with lemon.
No. Mike is constantly.
Oh my gosh.
No, so I cut all that stuff out, man.
That's awesome.
I'm doing. Look, and I feel thinner. I feel flatter. I feel like belly fat. It's just I've now hang on one second. I actually did a little bit of research, and just to find out some diet myths.
Okay, let's do it. Diet myths.
So these are 12 the things that I found that you tend to hear in the fitness world that you shouldn't do or you should not do. That you should do, you should not do because of whatever. And I'm not a fan of these. Eat this, eat that, don't eat this, don't eat that, because they're always trying to sell a product. They're trying to behind that diet. They're always trying to get you to subscribe to something or buy something or whatever. So I'm like, how?
But you buy a ton of stuff.
I know that's why
you fall into it.
That's why one of my college kids' funds is all gone. I'm telling you right now.
Don't think that he's all high and mighty that he just doesn't deal with that. It's because he's fall many times with this.
Not many
first
times.
of all, the amount of supplements that I've seen you.
But we all need supplements.
100%. But
that's it. Period. Don't put a comma when it's supposed to be a period. It's
period.
Done.
We all need supplements.
Yeah, we all need supplements. Period.
Okay, go ahead.
You're mean. My hands are shaking, dude.
He's
My hands are shaking.
It's that mental warfare that
I
happened
hate it.
earlier.
I hate
Oh,
it.
that was even better than scaring him. Like seriously, the anxiety that you must have felt in like running around both upstairs and downstairs, and then Creed not coming with you.
Oh, the minute Creed left and he's like, "Forget this," I was like, "I'm in trouble." The minute this protective dog breed, like the breed is about to protect, like the purpose of this
He's
breed.
a huge dog too. He's like what, 120 pounds?
He's 130 pounds.
Yeah, so he's like lean, muscle, big.
Yeah.
Like if he's standing, he
He's
has to be taller than
He's
me.
another human, right? He's
Yeah.
another human. So this guy, his breed is to protect the family. He comes down into the basement, and I'm like pushing him forward. He sees the door open. He sees another door closed, and he's like, and he just took off.
Nice.
That's when I got scared. I'm not gonna lie. That's when I was like, okay, crap. Like if my dog won't protect me.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. Anyway, okay, let's go on to this myths.
So I will tell you, when high school, so you know Lewis.
Yes.
Look, so we used to play pranks on each other. We used to do whatever, and I would like take his banana and just mush it during lunch.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we would like do stupid stuff to each other, and he would always be like, "Okay, I gotcha." And for that day, we were all like, and that was the worst part of like
The
like,
anticipation, the build up.
yeah, I hate it. I
Oh,
hate it.
so
So I
good.
do it to my kids now all the time.
Oh, so good.
Oh, okay. So Vanessa says, I don't necessarily agree with supplements. I feel like they do little to
Yeah.
nothing to me. Don't know if this is a formulation of my body. Just don't care about them.
Mm-hmm.
There are there are certain supplements that you do need, and I'll tell you why. Especially, but hang on. So this, correct me if I'm wrong. When people work out, they push their bodies to a level that it's normally not normal for a person that would not work out, right? Like you're building, you're heavy lifting, you're doing all these different things, and there's not enough certain vitamins and certain things that you can eat through your meals that can help you with the recovery, and that's when supplements come in.
I don't know.
That's what I've been told about supplements.
I think you can do it through nutrition. I think where supplements do work is that sometimes the things that we eat, like depending on our nutrition, right? If you don't have a nutritionally dense diet,
I know, but if you're eating like 2-3 times a day, and especially if you're on this, what do they call when you eat once?
oh, you only eat once a day?
Yeah,
That one, kudos to people that can do it, but that one blows my mind. Where
I
you're
know.
only able to eat once a day. It's like you fast for the remainder of the day, and then
intermittent
you only
fasting.
yeah, and then you only have like one meal, and then within this one meal, I guess you can have whatever you want.
And it's kind of, I've known a couple of people that eat once a day, and they try and get all their nutritions into that one day,
Yeah.
and they've lost like a lot of.
I know. I
like,
have
a
seen
lot.
it too. Like I know someone who did it as well. And before, I feel like for myself, I used to be a hater for any other nutritional program that wasn't aligned with what I was doing. But in the last few years, I have learned that everybody's body's different.
Exactly.
And everybody's nutrition is going to work differently. But there are certain principles that we can all align by.
Yeah, and I am working out, but when I had a trainer, he said like we're gonna push your body to certain levels that there's a couple of principles that you have to understand when it comes to diet. He says that if the body cannot absorb 100% of everything that you eat, so for example, the body can only absorb up to 25 grams of protein per meal, per sit-down meal. Anything above that, the body just pees it out, kind of thing, right? And so there's certain things that the body can't process in one sitting. So it has to get broken down. So for my body type, I need about 200 grams of protein throughout the day. But I can't take 200 grams of protein in one sitting because anything over 25, the body just pushes it out. So I have to split it up. Now, for that to happen, 25 divided by 200, that's 8 times. Right? So that means I would have to eat either 8 times or 25 grams of protein, or at some point I'd have to take some form of supplement that between my meals that I can have that 25 grams of protein, right? And so that's what I'm saying about depending on what you are doing, you need supplements in your life because you can't.
Supplements can help you. I don't think if you like. I think when you get older, there are certain supplements that our bodies do need. Like vitamins. When you get older, there's calcium, there is potassium, there's magnesium. Doctors will suggest these kind of things. When we're older, we can get it through our diet as well. But I think you're right. I think the supplements are based on what type of activity you're doing.
Right.
Like for me, the supplements that I really, really enjoy, I do enjoy protein shakes. They just make it easy to get a quick protein in. I enjoy pre-workouts. It's just a quick hit for extra energy. Sometimes I enjoy them a little too much. Okay. What? What are you gonna say?
We went to where do we go as a couple? Like you, me, not just you, me, like other like our partners as well.
Relax, everybody knows.
Yeah. But whatever. And we're like, I think it was the movies. We're all there, and then you're like, yeah, and like I'm so tired. I had to have a pre-workout. And I think it was the movie. I think it was Gladiator. We went to go see Gladiator. Was it Gladiator?
Oh yeah, that was like.
And then so we went to. It was night. We went to go see Gladiator,
Okay.
and then we went to go eat afterwards.
Listen, you
and
don't
you're like,
want
I had to have a.
You don't want to tread carefully because remember,
What?
you and I are very much alike. So
I'm
what
I'm not denying it. I will have. Listen, before church. I've had a pre-workout.
Yeah,
I am feeling the spirit in the middle of the sacrament. Like, oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, dry scooping. Have you ever dry scooped?
I will not dry scoop I will not dry scoop.
Have you ever done it?
I've seen people in the gym dry scoop and almost die right in front of me. There's no way that I'm going to be like, who's going to give me mouth to mouth?
They'll get a little pre-workout, a little kick of energy.
Yeah.
Not with that face. That's so disgusting. So anyway, so I do enjoy pre-workout. I do find that it works for me. It works for the intensity of my workout.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that like I haven't tried, but that is something that I would want to try, which is, what is it called? Creatine? No, is it
creatine?
Creatine. Sorry,
you
that
lying
nurse
to-
is coming out.
Are
No.
you lying to me right now?
What do you mean?
Do you not know creatine?
No, of course I know it. Creatine is something that your body expels. So that's
Creatine.
No, I know, but that's the reason why I get the words confused, because the nurse in me is coming out and saying creatine, which is something completely different. The creatine. There we go. That's why I'm getting confused.
Creatine and creatine is the same thing.
No, there is something.
Do I know more than the nurse?
Oh my gosh, it is. I don't think it's the same thing.
Spell
I'm gonna
it.
have to look.
Spell creatine.
That's exactly how you spell it.
Right, which is creatine. 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 Creatine is what the body does produce, and then but you taking creatine, it's what the body's already producing.
First, okay.
It's the same thing.
Anyway, we're gonna have to come out. I'm gonna have to look into this.
I know
because
more
don't-
than the nurse, and I didn't even go to school.
Anyway, so the reason why I think I do want to try it out is because I do feel the fatigue after working out, and you need something to replenish.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's not right now. That's just in the future that I'm probably gonna
You dry scoop it.
pre-workout.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you do that?
I just put
Doesn't
it
it
in my
get
mouth.
stuck?
No.
It's dry. It's powder.
You have to be careful with the type of pre-workout that you do it with. Some are more powdery than others. The powdery ones really suck. So that one you have to be very careful, because I have had where the pre-workout went up my nose. It burned so much. I started coughing and like whole pre-workout came out. Anyway, it was just a slow releasing pre-workout. It was in my nose and it just kind of seeped in throughout my workout, I guess.
So what's the benefit of a dry scoop? Does it hit harder?
No,
Faster?
it's just faster.
That's what I'm saying. It hits faster.
No. Well, I guess so, because you're doing it with less water. I like to mix mine with water and I will drink it. However, if I don't want to drink a whole thing of water and I just want to get the hit right away so I can go and work out, then I'll just dry scoop it.
For those who don't know who a dry scoop is, first of all,
Don't do it though. It is not recommended that you do it. So I'm sharing what I do, but just because I do it doesn't mean you should
it
do it.
says it right in the bottle. Don't dry scoop. Mix it with water. Like it says it right on the
Does it say
bottle.
it, really?
Yes, it does.
Okay, maybe I'll double check that.
So pre-workout is just it's high dosage of laxatine.
What?
Laxatine.
No, not laxatine. I think it's lecithin or something.
Lecithin.
Yeah.
So high levels of lecithin, high levels of whatever caffeine, and a whole bunch of other stuff that kind of like you wake up, right? And that gives you the energy to do more. That's what a pre-workout is, right?
It helps you to push in your workout more. That's
yeah, the intensity, right?
Yeah.
The intensity is there and all these different things. Now, it's right there on the bottle. Do not dry scoop.
Do
And
not dry scoop.
And dry
Follow
scoop
the
is
bottle.
just grab a scoop and then just put the scoop in your mouth.
No, you do not want to go like that. If you are going to do it, which you should not do it, you put it on your tongue. So you gotta you can't go like this. If you go like that, it will go like way too far in your throat and you will end up coughing and yeah.
And I've seen guys almost die at the gym just dry scooping, and nobody's touching them. Like they're like, dude, if you die, you die, right?
They're like, who told you to dry scoop?
Yeah. So
Yeah. Anyway, don't do that.
so it says here she realized that how fast do you need it, Maria?
How fast do you need it? Do you need Maria? Like, what do you mean?
Like how fast do you need to hit for the pre-workout? Why can't you
Okay.
just mix it with water? Why do you have to dry scoop it?
Because if I'm going for a walk, sometimes I don't want to go chugging like a.
And no, and if you were about to give a talk, you need to dry scoop it right quickly
No.
so you can go give.
I'm not gonna do. You know what? I don't always like to do dry scooping for church because I feel.
So you do it. I told you.
Not for church.
I told you.
Not for church. I do it for working out, but I don't dry scoop for church. If I'm gonna take pre-workout, that is getting full mix and like in water. I'm not gonna be up in church.
So,
Anyway, this podcast is about nutrition. It's not about this.
oh, this
But
is
hold
totally
on.
about nutrition.
Bev asked, how fast do you need Maria? In order for it to work out, if I do it in a bottle with water, it takes about 30 minutes for me to get the hit of it. It doesn't happen right away. But if I dry,
it does say right on the bottle. It takes about 30 minutes for it to kick in.
yeah, and then following that, if I dry scoop it, maybe it's a little faster. But
You know what? I shouldn't be talking. I'm gonna dry scoop it today.
let's do it now.
Let's do it right now.
All right, go find it. Is it here?
It's in my car.
No. So we'll do it next week. We'll see what happens. We should do a dry scooping challenge with both you and I are like.
Oh, have you seen the lemon challenge?
No, but let's get back to the thing. We're not talking about the lemon challenge right now.
Do you know what the lemon challenge?
No, I don't know.
It's part of diet.
Okay.
So you just take a shot of lemon juice, and,
Yeah.
and then I take a shot of lemon juice, and then we just look into the camera and don't react. We just keep it
Oh,
a
let's do
straight
that
face.
next week.
Yeah. There's a couple
game.
of challenges that I've been seeing. I'm like, oh, we got to try this on.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, so Bev says her pre-workout hits her instantly. And then Vanessa, that's how you separate the regular gym goers from the gym nuts and rats. You guys don't do some of the stuff that I do, don't do.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between supplements and vitamins? I think, so this is more of a thought. So I would have to Google this one. But I think more of a supplement. When I think supplements, I think more of doing things for my workout. So I think of a pre-workout supplement. I think of a
you're wrong.
protein supplement.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay, go. You say it then.
No, keep going. I was just joking. I just wanted to be.
You know what? I think supplements just an umbrella term. I
So-
think vitamins are included in there.
Yeah, you're right. So vitamins are supplements. Supplements, all it is you're supplementing a meal. That's what
No, you're not supplementing a meal.
No.
You're supplementing nutrients,
that you would get from a meal, right?
not from that you could get from food, but not from like a
Oh
full
my
meal.
gosh, what am I talking about right now? This is exactly what I'm
you're
talking about.
You're making it seem like someone could go and just get a whole bunch of pills and take them and then think that's a full meal. That is not a full meal.
Okay, that's not what I'm. Okay, if that's what you understood, then that's not it, right?
Don't worry. If that's what you understood, that's what 99% of the population understood.
If
He
that-
just needs to do a better job explaining
If
it.
that's what you understood,
Take accountability, man. Take ownership. Anyway, go on.
stop gaslighting me. So I am determined to use that word properly one day.
Which one? Gaslighting.
I know I use it wrong all the time. Anyways, and so, oh my gosh, we had a baptism yesterday. And so it was a family of 4. So
Okay.
a dad and 3 kids. And then we're talking whatever. And I'm like, and the boys, the young man is like 16, 17. And I'm like, man, you and me, we're Sigma boys. And then all the youth were like, what did he just say? I'm like, skippity toilet, everybody.
Did you do the song?
The song.
There's a song. So there's a Russian song that's called Sigma Boy. And so kids just like, they sing it.
If I would have known it, I would have used
And
it.
then you got to do the dance.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know that we were with you all the time.
So anyway, so supplements, they're supplementing the nutritions that you would normally get from whole foods.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? So which includes vitamins. So multivitamins, vitamin A, D's, C's, and all that other stuff. If you are nutrients, I think?
Nutrient?
No, if you are feeding your body with nutrients through powders and pills instead of foods, whole foods that are grown, then it's considered a supplement. That's all it is.
I would highly, highly recommend though that you get your nutrients and your nutrients from whole foods. It has been found to be better.
So 100%. Yeah, 100%. The first priority is the natural foods, and for a number of reasons, right? Like we're mammals with teeth right? We need to use these teeth. We need to use and then the acids that get produced and which get activated when you're chewing, and then the tongue and all these different things. So like there are certain things that your body needs to do to be able to get the full effect of what the body does. But again, if you are working out, if you're doing above and beyond what you should be doing, which is like going to the gym, going for an hour, going for walks, going for runs, there is absolutely no way that you're going to get everything that you need through a sit-down meal. And that's where supplements come in.
Yeah, that's where supplements come in.
So there are a ton of myths when it comes to diets. And
All
so
right, let's talk about some of them.
I kind of like looked them up, and I wanna get you to see what you think.
Okay.
Carbs make you fat.
Not true.
Okay, and going back to here, check 2, 1, 2. There we go.
Are we good? Are we good?
Yeah, you're right. So it's been fixed. It came out. So the computer glitched. We're good now. Right,
Okay.
here we go. So we talked about you need to eat every 2. I don't know where we left off, but the question was you need to eat every 2 to 3 hours to boost your metabolism. She says yes and no, and then the stat here is that while eating 2 to 3 hours can help, it's not the main thing to boosting your metabolism. You need a total. It's about the total calorie intakes that matters more. So
Yeah.
the more calories you take, the more fuel that you burn, which could lead to eating more, right? Because
I don't know, because we have to be careful with the calorie amount though, because if we eat too many calories and our bodies are not burning enough, even if you're eating whole food, it's still going to impact your weight.
yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Fats are bad for you.
Oh, that's not true. We need fats in order to be able to absorb nutrients like vitamins and minerals.
Proteins is all that you need to build muscles.
I don't think so. I think there needs to be a more holistic approach to our body. Although I do think that protein is very, very important and it does build muscle, I'm sure that we need other things too.
Yeah, you need carbs and you need fats to build the muscles. It's not just about the protein. So there's always like protein, whatever. But it's been a commercial. It's been a commercial push.
It's a trend now, right?
It
Like
is.
everybody, if you catch your reels or the videos, they're always like, oh, how to get 40 grams of protein, how to do this, how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. You can spot reduce fat.
No, you can't spot reduce fat.
What's that?
So that's basically if you do a certain exercise that you'll get rid of fat in that certain area.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
yeah.
how it works.
Yeah, it's overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's overall. Low calories or starvation diets are the fastest way to lose weight.
No.
Yes.
You will lose weight, but let me tell you something. You will regain it in like a flash.
Yeah. So there's a guy that I follow. His name is Athlean X.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of him? This guy? It's a pretty like he's just. Anyways, online he looks short, but he's a pretty lean guy, big muscles, whatever. He's not huge. He's just extremely fit and cut. And then he says that every time that you work out, you build muscle memories or muscle cells. That's what it is. And every time you gain weight, more access, you gain weight cells. So let's say this arm has muscle fats, and it also has muscle fats, and it has muscle cells and fat cells. When you start working out and you develop more muscle cells, the weight cells don't go away. Like you don't pee them out, you don't poo them out. Like they're still there. They're just dormant. What?
Yeah.
We can say pee and poo online. We're mature enough. Pee, poo.
Oh my gosh. So ridiculous. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Right? So then what ends up happening, they don't go away. Like they're just
still
dormant.
there.
They're still there. They're just quiet. They're not active. When you stop working out and you start eating unhealthy, those reactivate, like they get reanimated, right? That's why it's always, if you do a certain diet and you start to lose fat and then you stop doing that diet and then you start to eat normal, that weight just comes back tenfold because it's already there. It never really went away, right? And so it's about consistency in the matter.
You also want to think long term. You want to think about how is this diet or this nutrition program going to affect me long term. If you do crash diets, it will affect you long term and not in the most positive way. You should really change your water like every day at least.
Smell that?
No, I don't want to smell.
Just smell it. It smells like fish.
That's so gross.
Look, is it just me?
I don't
Smell
know.
it. I'm not asking you to drink it. I think it smells like fish. Does it smell like fish?
Yeah, it does.
What the freak, right?
That's so gross. You need to wash your water bottle.
It's been a month. I think that's okay, right?
I think you should wash it. I think it's time. I think it's telling you it's time. If your water bottle starts smelling like fish, you have gone way too long without washing it. Anyway.
It's been a couple months.
That's so gross.
Because I just use it for, but why would it smell like? Smell it. Yeah, anyways, it still tastes like water.
We are so lucky to have any viewers. So I just want to say for you viewers who have stuck out with us, thank you, because Miguel is single-handedly trying to bring us down with the content that we are creating.
I'm just observing that it, and I wanted to get a second opinion if it tasted like fish or not. My water bottle tastes like fish. It gives it an extra flavor, like drinking sushi.
That's so gross.
You're
okay,
gross.
what's the next
Don't
one?
make fun of my water bottle. Eating at night makes you gain weight.
Okay, fun fact, I actually watched a video from a doctor with regards to this, and they said that this particular doctor pointed to a study that was done that said that for the most part, the thought process has been that as long as you stay within your calorie bracket, that you will not gain weight. They found in this particular study, they had two groups of people. They had one group of people that could eat whatever at whatever time they wanted, including late at night. And then they had another group of people that stopped eating. I think they said after dinner. So like after 6 o'clock, there was no more eating. They found that the other group of people had higher success in weight loss. I was amazed because to my understanding before is as long as you eat within your calorie bracket, then it doesn't matter what time you eat. But according to the study, which was recently published, it said that if you eat, or at least in this particular group of people that were tested, that the group that stopped eating after 6 had higher weight loss than the other group, even though everybody stuck to their own.
Yeah. I don't know what you just said.
Anyway, you understood.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
I know. So let's move on to the next one.
There were two people. How many people were there? No. Hang on. I want.
No, the ship has sailed. It was me and the viewers having this moment where I explained something about a particular study that was recently done.
I know. I want to contribute to this conversation.
You don't have to. Let's move on to the next one.
This is a podcast with both of us in it, not just you. I'm the one that did the research. Bring it back, yo. So, there were two people.
Okay, tell me what you heard.
There were two people, and one stopped eating at 7. And then after that, I have no idea what happened to the other person. Did the other person die?
There was 2 groups of people. This was
groups.
a study. Yeah,
Groups.
this was a study that was
There
done.
were 2 groups. Okay, there are 2
Okay.
groups of people.
And they were tracking the impact of eating later at night according to having weight loss goals.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
one group of people stuck within their bracket, their calorie bracket, and they did all the things they were supposed to do, but
Okay.
didn't have a time where they stopped eating.
Oh, they just continued whenever.
Whenever they could, yeah.
Okay.
As long as you stick to as long as they stuck to their eating
Diet.
plan and whatever, right?
Okay.
Then there was another group who had the additional task that after their last meal, let's say 6:00, then that was their last meal.
Okay.
Still same calorie bracket, still same nutrition, same thing, right?
Okay.
The only variable here is the fact that one group was asked to stop eating after 6, right?
Yeah.
In this particular study, they actually found that the group that stopped eating after 6 had higher success rates of weight loss.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was interesting. That's something I recently found out, and I was watching this video talk about it, but
Okay. Vanessa says hot water and vinegar, one in a while, and taking the bottle apart and as much as possible to properly clean the seals. That will help, Miguel. Don't go drinking mildew and old food particles.
I think you need to take a picture of Vanessa's comment so you go ahead and proceed and clean your water bottle properly.
Hey, Vanessa.
That's so gross.
Oh, let me drink some
And
fish water, Vanessa.
It honestly smells like fish. And then not even like the good fish. It smells like a stinky old fish. Not even like sushi.
It's not that
No,
bad.
I
Here,
am not-
take another.
I already smelled it. I already smelled it. And you keep drinking it.
So I'm letting you
Sushi
know.
water.
I want you. I want you to understand right now, everybody watching. It smells a lot like fish.
Why are you drinking it
Like,
still?
think of it as you just open up a can of sardines. Okay? Now watch this.
Is it fighting back? It fought back?
It's going. It's swimming upstream.
Please don't throw up here.
Yeah. So that study is very interesting. Now it says here, where am I eating? Where am I reading?
Your fish you're eating.
It's a totally counter. Whatever. So that's what it says. It's the total calorie intakes throughout the day that matters, not when you eat. However, late night snacking can contribute to overeating. So that's what happened with that study. So the
I don't know.
people that
I don't know. According to this study, everybody stuck to the same thing.
that's what I'm saying. But I'm contributing to that study. I'm complimenting that study. I'm saying that late night snacking contributes to overeating. So meaning that the second group that continued eating, right? One of the habits that they were building was overeating, and that's what they gain weight. Okay, number 8.
I don't know that.
Diet.
Beb, she says that is disgusting. Absolutely.
It's not disgusting.
I mean, Vanessa says, Maria, make sure you're up to date to your immunizations and immune booster supplements. Right? Guys, if I'm severely sick, you will know why.
People, don't be mean. Listen, I don't appreciate online bullying. All right, so I will ask that you please.
First of all, you're the one that's.
The water tastes like water. It just smells like fish. That's the difference. That's the only thing. But it tastes like once it goes down, it's fine.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Dietary supplements are necessary for the fitness progress.
Nope, they're not necessary.
Okay, so a balanced diet usually provides all the nutrition needed. Supplements are only beneficial in specific cases, like deficiencies or performance goals, which is exactly what I said.
Yes, but if you're starting out, and this is something that I think stick to whole diet, like a whole
100%,
nutrition.
100%.
And then after, as you keep working out, you keep doing your research and whatnot, then you can add in supplements. But remember, supplements are not going to take away a bad nutrition. I misuse of the word bullying, just like of the word gaslighting.
Does it? Do you smell different from different nostrils?
No, everything I think smells the same.
Yeah. So like, this is fish. Yeah, and that's fish too. So here comes the fish water. You need some water?
No, I don't want some water. It just grosses me out because it is full blown fish. Like when I smelled it, I was like, oh man. I don't know what you were eating while you were drinking that, but clearly something got stuck in there.
It's just, you know what it is? I know what it is. I know what it is a supplement. And I had it last night and I left it overnight. And I should have refrigerated it, but I left it and I just came down this morning. I just drank it.
And it smelled like fish? The supplement?
Yeah. You know, it's L-carnitine.
Okay.
You know what
No, I don't know.
So L-carnitine is like it's a form of a fat burner.
Okay.
It's in supplement of, instead of, if you don't want to take, so one thing about pre-workouts, you don't always want to be taking pre-workouts for a long period of times. Like you want to cycle them out because then it's not good for you, right? And so when I cycle my pre-workout out, I supplement it with L-carnitine. Mm-hmm. And it just increases your thermal body temperature. That's all it is.
Replace vinegar with a touch of bleach.
Bully.
I agree. Not that you're a bully, but use that.
No.
bleach.
You're a bully. You agree. You need to cut out all the sugar for your weight loss.
We're no longer on air. We should just log off. No, because if you were cutting out all sugar, then you would have to cut out fruit, and fruit has good nutritional value.
Look
so I
at
don't
that, eh? Natural sugars are good for you, like fruits. It's refined sugars that are not good.
Mm-hmm.
You should be having them in moderation. Good for you, dude.
But won't be surprised if Friday's podcast is canceled due to food poisoning. You'll know for sure. Even my stomach is gurgling a little bit with this.
Listen to me. I will give you $5 if you just take a drink out of this.
I don't know about that.
$5.
It would have to be more than $5 for me to take a drink out of that.
It's just water. That's all it is. It's just the tip smells like fish.
Anyway, okay. Do you have any more?
Yeah, 2 more. Cheat meals ruin progress.
No, I don't think that's true. I think if you overdo it, then that will ruin your progress.
That's exactly it. Eating more protein is always better.
With that one, I don't know. I feel like I somewhat want to agree because if you are faced with a lot of different things and maybe not
Did you say agree or disagree?
I don't know. Like, I don't know about that because I will always rather have more protein than, let's say, have refined carbs. So I think,
but it's my initial thing about. So what does it say here? It's my thing about that. If you can only process X amount of protein per sit down. So if you're having a lot of protein, you're just wasting that protein.
Yeah.
Like if your body can only process 25 grams and you're having 50 in one meal.
Yeah.
Like you just wasted 25.
Yeah.
So it's not about more protein, right?
Just at the end of the day, what you want to do as far as nutrition, you want to have a balanced meal.
Yes.
You want to include protein, you want to include complex carbohydrates, and you want to include fruits and vegetables. And a rule of thumb that I really like, especially as you're starting out an eating journey or like a whole foods journey, is to focus on things that don't have ingredients. Like for instance, if you are having a potato, that could be your carb, or some things that are more plant-based, and then like beans and things like that, right? The other thing that I would recommend is that if you look at your plate and you can divide it into 3 sections. So half of the section, always think vegetables. 1/4 of the section, think protein. And then 1/4 of the section, think a carbohydrate.
That's not mine.
I know, but yours is different. So this is the thing. Miguel's way of eating is going to be very different than someone who's starting out.
Yeah.
You have very specific goals.
Yeah.
And you have a very specific way to eat.
Yeah, what you just said right now was for a regular person that is not in the fitness world. You're just like you're
No, even if you're working out, I think that's a good rule of thumb. Like
what is?
Eating a balanced meal. Not for you though. For you, your goals are a little bit different, but as you're starting to work out, then 100%, like half of your plate should be vegetables, 1/4 should be a protein, and then 1/4 should be a carbohydrate.
Okay.
No, but I don't mean everybody that's working out.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be eating that. So what would you be eating? Tell us what you're...
Half of it is meat.
I don't know if I'd recommend that, but
half of it is meat. 1/4 is more meat, and then the very small portion in the corner is a little bit of vegetables.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm joking. So so going back to this before I tell you what my diet is. While protein is essentially for consuming the amount that you need, it does not necessarily lead to more muscle growth. Your body can only use so much,
Yeah.
and the rest is stored or exerted, right? So it's like there's only so much of protein that you can take. What I'm doing, it's something called, and I found this out, I was reading a book. I forget what the book is called, but he talks about some of the high performers out there, like the athletes. And he says that a lot of them, if not all of them, what they do something's called an Olympian diet, right? And the Olympian diet is it's nothing too crazy, and you don't have to modify what you eat and how you eat and all these different things. But if you are a high performer, meaning you are trying to increase in goals, trying to burn fat, if you are going to the gym for an hour and a half, or
This is daily, hour and a half daily.
and this is daily, right?
What?
So it's
How
not
many
just
times a
sometimes.
week? Like 6 times a week?
I would say more than 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than 5, right? Or even 4. Like if you're going to the gym for an hour and a half or 4 days, like I would consider you a high performer, right? So you're working out, you're doing all these different things, your body's going through changes. An Olympian diet is not a bad diet, and it's not a hard change. All it is high levels of protein, right? So just you eat your proteins, whatever, and then fruits and vegetables. Like that's it, right? So proteins, fruits and vegetables. You're gonna get your sugars from your fruits. You're gonna get your carbs and whatever, and then a lot of water, like a lot of water, right?
That's one of the things I think sometimes we don't talk about it enough, how much water we actually
Yeah.
need and the importance of having water in
Yeah.
our diets. A rule of thumb for water is that it should be half of your body weight in ounces. So for instance, if you weigh 150 pounds, then what you'd want to consume daily is 75 ounces of water. Right.
Okay.
So the more you drink, the better it will be for your body, especially if you are working out consistently, or if you're working out and you want to decrease the amount of lactic acid buildup, water will help.
And I will tell you, if you're ever feeling low energy, people tend to rush towards like energy drinks or coffee or pre-workouts before church.
And
or
energy
things like that.
drinks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should be rushing towards water.
Yes.
And I'll tell
Do
you.
tell me more.
Don't. Why are you looking at me?
Please
I
tell
can
me
see
more.
you on the monitor. Why are you looking at me?
I'm just so like, I enjoy your words of wisdom. Please do tell.
Oh, look, we're muted again.
Oh, we're having some issues. Disconnect.
Oh no. And so what happens is, have you ever? It was actually an experiment that I did when I was in high school. It was actually pretty cool. So the science teacher, what we did, he took a glass container, and he put 2 wires in there, and then these 2 wires were connected. One side was connected to a battery, and then the battery was connected, and both wires were connected to a light bulb.
Okay.
Okay, so if you touch the wires, the light bulb would turn on.
Okay.
Okay, so you would disconnect the wires, you would put the wires in the water, nothing would happen,
Yeah.
right? And then he started adding salt to the water, and then all of a sudden the light bulb started lighting up, right? And so salt is a not a transductor, it's a conductor.
Okay.
The salt is a conductor, and it allows electricity to flow through your body, right? So what my teacher said, that you need 2 things in your body for your mind to properly function and it is able to connect to the rest of your organs. You need fluids and you need electrolytes, right? And so if you're low in energy, he goes 99.9% of the time, besides going to bed late and all that other, like taking all that stuff, but presumably that you are going to bed early, you're going to bed late, or you're going to bed late and you're waking up early and you're doing everything you're doing. But if you still find yourself low of energy, chances are you're missing one of these 2 things. It's a lack of liquid, lack of fluids in your body, and lack of a conductor. And in this case, for our bodies, it's electrolytes. Electrolytes is what allows the transmission between the body and then the rest of your organs. So if you are depleted and low in energy and you're just like, oh my gosh, and your body, whatever, you need more electrolytes in your body, along with more water. So water, for you to properly function, you 100%.
Yeah. How much water do you drink a day?
I'm starting to drink a lot of water.
But what's a lot?
So I have about, I don't know what this is. What do you think this is, 20 ounce?
No, that's bigger than that. I would say that's a 30 ounce.
There's no way this is a 30 ounce.
Let me see.
What's yours? I was trying to figure it out. I don't know.
So mine is 25, and yours is bigger. So I would definitely say this is a 30 ounce.
Yeah, but this opens up towards the bottom at the top, and you always carry more on the top.
No, I think this is 30 ounce. I would say this is 30.
All right, let's say it's 20.
That's not 20. That is not 20.
So this is 30 for sure, for sure.
No, this is 25. This is 20. Yeah, this is 25. At least this is 30.
Why don't you pour some of this into this?
No, I'm not putting your fish water in here.
Just
I am not putting.
just take some of this water and put it in.
So I would say, how many of these are you drinking?
Now I'm drinking about anywhere between 3 to 5.
Okay, so let's say
I'm leaning more towards 4.
So that's pretty good. So
Yeah.
three would be 90 ounces. So you're having a gallon is 128 ounces. So you're doing anywhere between, I would say 3/4 of a gallon to a gallon of water a day. A gallon is 4 point something liters, 4 liters.
And I'm 230 pounds of pure muscle.
All right. I sorry, what did I say?
Holy crap!
What did I say? I totally didn't mean to.
How quickly you dismissed that.
What did I do?
I was like, I'm like 230 pounds. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Is that what I did?
Yeah, it was like instantly.
No, I was honestly concentrating on my number. So
Yeah.
I drink a gallon of water a day.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So, according to your calculations, how much of water should I be drinking?
What's your how much you weigh?
I'm 230 pounds. I'm 230 pounds. Look at this.
Okay, so
Topoillo itself is like about 20 pounds.
115 ounces.
Huh?
115 ounces. And 8 ounces is 250 ml. So if you wanted to know how much in milliliters.
What?
Okay, so you would need
the calculations that you gave to the people.
Okay. It's half of your body weight
Half of the body weight.
in ounces.
Okay. So I weigh 230 divided by 2.
So
That's
what-
115.
That's exactly how much you need. So you need
Ounces.
just a little bit shy of a gallon of water.
So, and this is how much?
If this is 30, which I think is 30, you would need about 4 of these.
So divided by 30, it's 3.8.
yeah,
so
so about
4.
4. I would say about 4 of these. Because what I do, for me, 25, this one, I have 6 of these. 2, 4, 6. Yeah,
But you pee a lot.
I do pee a lot. A lot.
Like right now, as soon as we log off, she books it like she's out.
So this is the thing. Once you've committed to drinking more water, you have to be strategic. Like you have to think, okay, where am I going?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Is there going to be a bathroom?
Yeah.
What time do I need to stop drinking water to make sure that I can get there? So there's a lot of thinking involved, but let me tell you, you will feel better. You will feel more energized. You won't have as many like lactic acid buildup, and your joints are going to feel better.
And I learned this the wrong way 2 times. In the middle of church during a stake meeting or like a stake official talking to us, I'm like, I am gonna pee myself. So I just stood up and left. In the middle of their talk. Do you understand how bad I had to pee for me to just stand up in the
gosh.
middle of a
And
stake officer's talk?
I can just imagine all the eyes just turned to you and they watched you go out.
They stopped listening to the person and everybody's and I knew I could feel people looking at me. I'm like, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna. And I just booked. I ran. I went to the bathroom, and then just like, I've never peed so fast in my entire life.
Oh my gosh!
I broke something.
Why must you do like
The sound effects.
sounds and like?
We're all mature.
right.
We're all adults here. We're all mature.
Vanessa, let's see what she says. She says, I saw a short some months ago where a doctor said that you could determine if you were well hydrated by the color of your pee. 100% you don't want it yellow, but on the other hand, if it could pass for water, you may be over drinking, which could have adverse health effects. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you want is a light yellow color. That's you don't want something neon. You don't want it to look like apple juice. Like if it's looking like apple juice, that is your body's talking to you. Your body's saying, hey, I need more water.
Have you ever? Yeah. No, maybe not. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, maybe not. If you're hesitating, because you do say a lot of crazy things. So if you're hesitating about saying this, I am concerned of what it is.
It's not bad. I think every guy has done this. If you're driving long distances and you just have to.
You pee in a bottle?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. Mike, have you? Just kidding.
Every guy has done this, and if they're like, no,
So,
I'm like, it's also a rite of passage.
To our female listeners, ask those friends of yours around you that are men. I mean, maybe women. I don't know. if they have peed while they're driving.
There's a guy that built a car, and he put a catheter.
A catheter?
Catheter. It's almost like a catheter, but he's driving and it's connected. He's a truck driver, and he's like he's connected this tube, and then it just comes to that area, and then it just goes. This tube goes down, and he drilled a hole in the car, and then the tube just goes out. So when he's driving for long periods of time, he just like.
Actually, I saw a report saying that they were concerned, or I don't know if it's a report or read it somewhere, where there have been people who have been adapting their trucks, and as they're driving, they just get rid of all their stuff that they've done. But now what happens is that these trucks are filled with all kind of crap under.
Yeah.
So if I don't know if that's advisable, guys.
Mike says nope. I highly doubt that. Mike, listen to me. Why are you lying, dude? Why are you such a liar? Why are you lying?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
I think we're done.
I think we're done, guys, based on that last comment.
Before we go, before we let them go, I told you that I'm doing the Olympian diet. What are you doing?
Right now I'm doing a mixture of more mindful eating as well as being more aware of my food groups. If that makes sense. So mindful eating is more connected with my body and understanding the body signals of being full. That's so gross and so distracting.
Why? Just keep
no,
talking.
That's so distracting. Anyway, for you, my wonderful viewers, what I'm doing, I'm reading this amazing book called, what is it called? Emotional Eating. So it's all about, anyway. So check it out. I would highly recommend if you feel like you are an emotional eater, check out this book. It's called Emotional Eating. There's a lot of strategies and ways that you can reconnect back with your body to help you understand when your body's full, what your body's craving, and whatnot. I also think it's important to understand nutrition. So if you are endeavoring in a more of a wanting to understand nutrition, look it up. Understand what your macronutrients are, what your carbohydrates, what your proteins, healthy fats are.
Do all that stuff.
Oh, thank you, babe. When Food is Comfort. That is the book that I'm reading.
You want to spell it one more time?
No, I don't. Anyway.
I cleaned it. It doesn't smell.
So that's my resource for you. If you are endeavoring in this and you feel like you are an emotional eater or just want to understand it better, or you have an emotional eater in your family or someone you love, check out this book, When Food is Comfort. You know what? We're just going to go. This guy, we've lost this guy. Like, he's gone.
I'm not gone. I'm not gone. So how are you, Maria? What did you learn today? What was your biggest takeaway? Your biggest takeaway. Biggest takeaway.
I guess, my biggest takeaway is that getting older does not mean that you become more mature. Like, that is my biggest takeaway.
So rude. So rude.
What is your biggest takeaway?
Mike's a liar. Guaranteed he's peed in a bottle. Guaranteed he's peed in a bottle.
I do not know how our podcast that is meant to be about nutrition, and this guy's talking about peeing in bottles and fish water.
Okay. So my takeaway today, I need to drink 4 of these guys.
No, you need to bleach that. You need to first bleach that sucker and then drink your water.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe to all of our social media sites, which is right there, guys. We love you.
Bye. Take care.
Peace out.